In general, I think I always try to have a positive outlook on life, and that includes people. I truly believe that people are inherently good and empathetic and willing to work for what is important to them. People are really not lazy, but we all need to optimize our efforts. Often that means embracing the saying, don't reinvent the wheel. In other words, if something already exists, don't waste valuable time recreating it completely from scratch. In the context of customized forms, this means if someone has already created some nice variations on QuickBooks out of the box templates, then we should not necessarily try to create our own completely from the ground up. An often overlooked feature available in QuickBooks is the ability to download existing templates. People seem to think that what comes with QuickBooks is all that's available, and it's far from the truth. We can access this from the Templates button on the bottom of the Templates list. So let's activate the List menu at the top of the screen, come down and click Templates, display the Templates button on the bottom left of the window, and choose Download Templates. This is actually going to start the QuickBooks web browser. We'll go ahead and maximize this screen so it's a little bit easier to see. But what we're basically presented with is a variety of categories on the left, and then templates that we are able to use from the right. If we happen to be working with an invoice, then we would want to select that category, which simply scrolls the list. We can then start to scroll through and see all of the different variables or variations that are available for invoices. There are a lot of them, and they are generally categorized by colors. It does take a little bit of time to scroll through all of them, and we may not actually look for all of them. What usually happens is we're looking for something specific at a particular point in time. If we ever do have a spare moment, then I do recommend that we come through and take a little bit of a look. If we scroll down far enough, we will find one called Email Tape Measure. And we may think that that sounds like a good idea for a construction company. If so, we can click the download link that is below each description. This is simply going to download a file to whatever our particular destination is. So we'll click or tap Save, and then designate that location, which for us is going to be the desktop. These templates are very small, and the file should only take a couple of seconds. Remember that we're currently in the QuickBooks browser window. So let's go ahead and close that window, which brings us back to our template list. Now we can go to the bottom left of the screen one more time, but this time, instead of having to download the template, we actually need to import a template. We'll navigate back to the location to which we saved it, which was our desktop, and called Email Tape Measure. Give it a double click, and as soon as it's installed into QuickBooks, it opens the basic customization window so we can continue to make changes. Changes are not required, but if we want to do any basic, any additional, or even use the Layout Designer to make changes, we can do so, even though we downloaded this template from QuickBooks. If we like it the way that it is, we can simply say OK, and the template is ready to use, just like any other template that came with QuickBooks or that we otherwise customized using these tools. You know, I'm kind of a stickler about people being customized and personalized and looking professional, but there's nothing wrong with leveraging work that others have already produced. In fact, this is the smartest way to work. As the saying goes, we need to learn to work smarter, not harder. The availability of these templates really gives us additional options that only took a minute or two. It also doesn't require effort or even advanced skills. If that weren't enough, we know, of course, that we can also continue to customize these downloaded templates. Templates either provide us with a final solution, like this one did if we're happy the way that it looks, or we can continue to customize it on our own. But either way, neither is going to be as cookie cutter as the default options that QuickBooks provides out of the box.